Hey guys, welcome to the clubhouse. I'm Billy Jackson, and today's review is going to be on Cannibal the Musical. Now I have to tell you, I normally don't see a lot of theater. I appreciate the theater and I respect the theater, but it's not really something I've ever really been into just going to a lot of. And I've been to a few good plays and stuff like that. But this weekend, Ridgely's son was performing in the Cannibal the Musical in Wilmington. He just started school at UNC Wilmington. Very proud of you, Nick. And he plays bass, stand-up bass, and he plays bass guitar. And he was playing bass guitar in this musical. So of course, let's load up. Let's go. Let's go see him go. Let's support him. So I was in all the way, but I did not realize what I was getting into. And, of course it's done in Wilmington now. They had one more show on Sunday that we didn't get to see, but we saw the Saturday night show. But after watching this, I looked it up, and Cannibal the Musical has been done for years by multiple different people. And there's actually a movie on YouTube. You could look it up. And I plan on watching these because what I saw in my face and in my eyes Saturday night was pure magic. It was incredible. And I hope this play comes to this town, which I don't know if it will, but man, it's great. It is hilarious. Now this show is written by the same people that write South Park. So I love South Park. I love South Park humor. I love raunchy humor. And this was just chopped full of it. It was almost like watching an episode of South Park in live action because it was the same humor, same tropes, same tone. So it was really cool. And one of the guys actually kind of acted like Cartman, which I thought was awesome as well. But these are actors and kids, from this region, from what I understand, and their company is called Pineapple Shaped Lamps, and you should look them up. They've got some great stuff that they have done. I've seen a little bit, but I plan on watching more because I was really impressed by these people. Now the lead, he plays Packer in the play, but his name is Patrick Basquill, and I'm telling you, spot on. That man, if he keeps on going into the acting direction, he will be famous. I'm gonna call it right now. In 10 years from now, we're gonna hear about this guy because he was amazing. Now, not just him, everybody was amazing in this show, but he really stole it for me, at least. I was very impressed with his performance. Impressed by everybody's performance, but he was spot on and awesome. And there was stuff that happened to him, his hat fell off and stuff like that, and he just kept going with the flow. And that's like, you just see the level of professionalism he's trying to portray, and he did and just top notch. But most of all, guys, I busted out laughing. Not just me, but the whole entire audience busting out laughing like every couple of minutes. I mean, I don't even think a couple of minutes was in between them. Maybe in between every 30 seconds it felt like. I just had a huge smile on my face throughout the whole entire performance. And Nick, let me tell you, on the music, spot on. Him and his buddy, two buddies, one played guitar or drums and one played the piano. And that guy on the piano, I can't remember his name. I think it's Thaddeus. I can't remember his name, but it's one of Nick's friends. And man, he had to watch the actors and play the keys on the keyboard to match their action. There was this one part where the guy's sitting in the corner and he's shaking like this, and he was like, and he was watching them and studying them, and big smile on his face like he just had it. And I was just impressed by that, and throughout the whole show they interacted with the show, so they were just as part of the show. It's not they just played the music, but the actors came back there and messed with them, and they shunned them away, and they laughed, and they when there was a fart joke, do this. They were part of the experience, and I thought they did really well. Very impressed by everybody in this entire show. But I'm going to tell you my favorite part, and still to this day, I'm going to take this to the grave, and that's that I'm shatterproof. Oh, there's a lot of songs in this, performance, but there's one where they're getting ready to take, it's about a guy that takes a mining crew, up into the Rocky Mountains, but they end up getting trapped up there, and he ends up having to eat people that died, just so he could stay alive. But the townsfolk portray it as he was like this monster ripping arms off and eating people and blood splattering everywhere, and it's about him. That all happens in the first 5 minutes. It shows him, ripping people's arms off and, just eating people and stuff, like in this rage, kind of like a zombie almost. But then it flashes to him in the jail cell, way after the fact, and him telling the story to a reporter, the truth about what happened. Because what we saw in the first 5 minutes was just what people thought had happened. And I didn't realize that at first, but you catch on to that later in the show. And I was real impressed by that writing aspect. It was real catchy and it got me going right in the first 5 minutes, and then I wanted to know the story. So spot on for that. But like I said, shatterproof. They're getting ready to execute him, for eating the people or whatever. He's this monster, been dubbed as a monster, and he's kind of, they break out into song, but all their other songs have been kind of like, with the piano, like dun 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 dun. Well, all of a sudden they bust into like a straight rap video, like I'm shatterproof, and all in your face and stuff, and they were just dancing and jamming to this beat, and then all of a sudden it stops, and here comes the magistrate, and he walks up and he goes, this is all fine and dandy, but it's time, it's time to take you. And he walks up to the guy, and it's dead silent, and it's just been this whole rap number. And then he walks up to the guy and he's thinking about it. And I can't remember exactly, frame for frame. I say frame for frame, but it's a live action. But you understand what I'm saying. I'm just doing this verbatim. Verbatim will be perfect. But anyway, he walks up to the guy. This is all I can remember. He walks up to the guy and he goes, "You know what? I'm shatterproof," and he smacks the guy. And the guy, you don't even realize that the guy's got packets of blood or something, or the water or whatever, in his mouth. And when he smacks him, he spits it all over the crowd. And people are wearing plastic bags and stuff, because this is a messy play. Blood splatter could get you. And when he smacked him, I'm shatterproof, and smacks the dude, the blood goes everywhere all over the crowd, and then they just start jamming back into their I'm shatterproof, I'm bad, you ain't gonna take me. And it was just awesome. I mean, I was in tears. It was so great. And poor Ridgely, because she has to deal with me saying that I'm shatterproof all the time now, because that is my new saying. I love it. And just the way they did it, and the band came into, they hit that beat right on the nose and just started jamming. Oh my God, I was loving it, guys. And if you could ever see at least this group of kids doing this performance, I say go see it. It must be seen. And they're going to send me a DVD of it. And I'm so excited, because I cannot wait to watch this again. It was amazing. Full of laughter. If you get a chance to see Cannibal, the musical, guys, go see it, because I'm giving it a 10. Bam! Not many 10s coming out of this guy, but out of them, they deserve a 10. And thank you guys for a wonderful performance. And I appreciate you, Nick. You did wonderful. You nailed it. And I'm very, very proud of you, buddy. But anyway, guys, have you seen Cannibal the musical? You can look up multiple things on YouTube about it. And I plan on watching a lot of these. I've already watched some. But it's a great show, guys. I definitely say watch it if you can. But have you seen it? Let me know in the comments below. Do you plan on seeing it? Do you even know what I'm talking about? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like my videos and subscribe to my channel. And as always, make yourself happy every day. And the only way to do that is to remember the only thing stopping you is you stopping.